Okay, so you finally got the distance between you and the ball proper. The club is going to pass there. Bring that to the ball. Then you try and hit the ball. And you go, whoa, that can't be. And then watch as I swing toward the target. And now you're thinking, whoa, what just happened there? Right down the middle, there's my 180-yard carry 8-iron or 7-iron. And so there's 177 carry, beautiful launch angle, gorgeous golf shot. And you're thinking, what just happened? Well, this is really important for you to understand, especially those of you who hit fat or shank or have a tendency to all around have bad contact. This particular video is definitely for you. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Now, if you look at one of my favorite players on tour, the best collect and releaser out there is Joakim Niemann. And you'll notice that at the moment of impact, his trail arm is significantly bent. It's actually still bent beyond impact. And then it extends out towards the target. His legs and his arms extend towards the target. They never release or extend at the ball. The ball can't be your target ever. So when your arms are going to fold in the backswing, take away, fold, hinge, when are the arms going to extend? Well, if I extend at the ball, watch what happens. So here we go. This is extending out towards the target. This is where the club wants to pass. Bring that in. Now, if I go toward the ball, see, I can get full extension of my arms. I can go there too. The more I try to hit the ball, the more I'm going to extend over here. Now, I'm going to have to stand up to hit the ball. There's early extension, okay? Or I'm going to have to hit the ground before the ball, stick it in the ground, take a big chunky divot or shank it or pull it, because the only way back to the ball from there is towards me through the ball. And that's why so many of you tend to pull the ball because of that. So if I swing now toward the target, well, right now, the club wants to pass there. I can start it any which way I want to, because if I swing towards the target from a balanced position, watch what happens. Notice the ball is flying right on my center line, lands beautifully on the green, and here, come on in. And then that green is sloping towards the pin. So I've got a 7-foot putt from 190 with my 7-iron. If I want to sabotage that, I forget about the target and I make the ball my target. So then at address, watch what happens. Ball. Many of you are going, hey, I'm going to hit that ball. And then you try to go, well, what about the target? Then you go toward the target and you hit it off the toe. Or you get into a really good position, especially going, okay, I got to be a fist away. And this is what we talked about as far as getting distance to ball. But then you're staring at the ball and trying to hit the ball. So you're going to, now you're way too close to that ball if that's your target. And if that's your target, you're really going to be confusing that central nervous system of yours, because we have a sphere that we can attack from every which angle you want, and it's got no place to go. You forget about your target. So then you're going, I got to make sure I hit the ball. That's disaster. So if I do a practice swing above the ball, we want first and foremost to have a task to get you through. So if I had a sword in my hands, take that sword upside down. Imagine I had a bamboo shoot here, and I'm going to cut through that bamboo shoot. Slash. So if the ball was the bamboo shoot, Do you see where the beginning of the cut is? The end of the cut, notice I'm extending through, and then the full release is out here. Same for hockey. Collecting the puck from here, releasing the puck out there. Same for fishing. Collecting the lure back here, and releasing the lure out there. Tennis, through. So if we have an action that's through the ball, and what we do is if I took, let's say, what you remember, go to my grass whip training video where you realize that the golf club is a grass cutting tool. And if so, let's say this, won't use my intermediate point. So if let's say this is a dandelion in disguise and I wanted to cut through that, well, beginning of the cut is here, end of the cut is there. So I am cutting through the tee and out into the direction I want the ball to start. So I imagine there's a tee underneath that ball. I'm getting ready to cut through that tee towards the target. So you notice how instantaneously I took the proper distance between myself and the golf ball. So if I back up and I want to cut through, well, there's no way I can cut through and stay in balance. And if I'm too close, well, I don't have the space to cut through. Right there. So now I see that dandelion stem in my mind, and the best way to do that is to put your eyes between the leading edge of the club and the ball right here in the grass and see the act of the sole of the club cutting through that stem. Now, because the stem is in the center of the club, center of the golf ball, well, in order for me to go cut that, my hands come through first. Then there's the ball meeting the face. Notice the sole of the club hasn't gotten through the ball yet. It cuts the stem. Then it continues down to take the grass, and off we go in the direction of the target. So, cut through in that direction. It's passing here when I do that. All right, so I'm going to cut through and in that direction and really feel that extension out there towards the target, give myself a little momentum, cut through in that direction, and that ball is looking pretty. How about that? Too much fun, okay? So we're going that way, not that way. When you approach the ball, you're always getting ready to move out there. Can't, can. Got it right here. Now it feels like I can go there all day long. That's how you play golf. Now, last tidbit, make sure your grip is strong enough that you can go in that direction. Let me blow your mind one more time. See this club face? Right now it looks pretty closed, right? My grip is neutral to strong with a very closed face. Now I'm going to go in baseball. I'm going to wait for the pitch, watch in slow motion. Hey, that's not closed anymore, is it? See that? So notice the trail arm is not fully extended yet. I don't wait for the baseball to come out here in front of me and slash at it. I'm collecting the baseball here and releasing the baseball out into the field. So what may look very close to you or may feel very close to you is actually what you need to get through the ball and towards the target. So, take it from a page of Joakim Niemann, take it from a page from Wisdom in Golf. The target's out there, you need to release out there, and you're going to need a very solid grip, strong to strongish to, very strong, if you've seen Savannah's grip. And then just as a confirmation, look at weak grip versus strong grip. It's an oldie but goodie. And look at the most important grip video ever. And you'll see how Moo, Sav, and I are going to show you how that grip needs to be done in order for you to enjoy target-bound shots through the golf ball. All the best.